Yeah, there's the tail. There it goes. There you go. He should be well rested because we had a session just earlier in the morning, and then we left for a couple hours, and I recorded him, or I tried to record him. It was kind of funny because he doesn't mind sharing his bed, but he was off the recording camera for pretty much most of it, but he didn't get into anything or anything. I checked the other camera and he just went underneath my desk and was just sleeping with my shoes. So I got a picture of that, but that's what he did. So he was pretty good with being out in the open. I noticed a couple times he was barking because he wanted to get up onto the sofa with his friends, but he couldn't make it. So when we go to the PetSmart, we'll see how much they are. They're probably overpriced. I'll probably just make him some sort of ramp. So we'll probably do that, and then I also want to try to get him sized for a vest because it's the smallest that I have that are extra right now for training are small. I'm probably need an extra small for him.
Yeah.
And just see how he does with one in the pet store. Yeah. Just because it's almost the opposite problem of training some bigger dogs that like to pull on the lead, and you don't want them to hurt their neck. Yeah. We don't want us to accidentally pull too hard on the leash, or him like the other day meeting the other pups and kind of getting tangled up, and that sharp or sudden pressure on his neck is probably something that we want to avoid. You want to go say hi? You want to go say hi?
Oh, we did just scared.
Yeah, you're okay. Come on. You're okay.
To be a guard dog.
There you go. Good boy.
He'll only get like 20 pounds.
Good boy. There you go. Good job, big guy. Good job.
So you're just not going to have any strangers.
He was like 30 pounds
Have a good
already
day.
today.
Aw, thank you. Okay, I'll let you take him. And we just want to mostly keep the leash nice and loose, kind of follow him around as he's exploring. I'm going to try to take him over to the grass area there. He did just do number 1 and 2 not too long ago, but it's always good before you enter into a public space that you give them a chance to relieve themselves. And then also, I've worked with pups before that you have to give them an extra break in between, just because you're either giving them treats or they might be stressed out and have faster bowel movements, or puppies. So it's always a good idea to kind of just monitor things and give additional breaks if necessary. I brought this with us too, just in case he gives up on walking.
Where do we want to go?
And the main thing is, especially for him at first, we want him to just kind of get used to exploring and following us. So if you want him, wait. So if you want him to leave it, instead of taking it from him, go ahead and offer him a trade here with this treat to drop it for you.
Drop it.
There you go, good boy. Now go ahead and take the items before he can rebound. Perfect. There you go. Good. So that does 2 things for you. Number 1, it makes it so you're teaching him to drop it on command for a reward for listening to you. And 2, when you usually try to take something from a dog, the natural instinct is for them to hold tighter or pull back, and you don't want to start doing that tug of war with him. So that's a good exercise there for you guys. Cool. Here, so speaking of which, I will give you this. You might need to adjust it to yourself as well.
Okay.
And I can hold on to your keys in my pocket if you need.
I think I can this thing. Yeah.
It's fine, I'll trade you.
Okay.
It's okay.
I do have my little pouch. I don't know if I have it with me, but the little clip-on change purse looking thing.
That's fine.
We don't want to get hit by the car.
Good. Oops, sorry, car. Alright. So we'll let them go by. Alright, so they're turning, so now we'll try to cross and get in there beforehand. And so this is when... Good.
Oh, sleepy already.
All right, sweet. So you see some people. Some more over here as well. Good, there we go. So now we just try to take advantage of him when he's moving, and you want to use the leash just as a boundary. So like when he needs to stop at the stop sign here, we'll use the leash then. But the main thing that we're gonna need to try to start getting away from is pulling him on the leash, because he's already built like a bad association with it, and that's why sometimes when he gets stuck, he doesn't want to kind of follow you to get unstuck. And when you pull on the lead, it almost does the opposite effect of him resisting, you know, and wanting to stay there or fight back or bite the leash. So we're gonna try to recondition all those behaviors here.
Okay.
So it's just gonna take a lot of patience.
Okay.
All right, there you go. Oh. And if we need to, we could always just either carry him or put him in the bag for a break.
Okay.
But we'll give him a moment out here in case he needs the potty. So he just went not too long ago, so he should be okay.
Yeah.
And this is good too. He's exploring, he's excited. Good boy, there you go. And then when he checks back in on you, that's when you just give him that kind of that praise and or the treats if he's able to take it. We'll go and try it. It's okay. We'll go with them. We'll see if he goes too. There you go. Yep. And then just use the leash as a boundary so he can't go past in case she doesn't want to say hi. Hi, how you doing? There you go. Good boy. Very good. Okay. Now we'll try to call him back to you for that treat. There you go.
This is what I want.
You want to say hi? There you go. Aww. Thank you. Perfect. So now while you have him up anyways, we'll go ahead and take the opportunity to cross, because I don't think he needs to go to the bathroom, and now the traffic's clear. That worked out well. Okay. So we'll go ahead and give him a break, and we'll walk around in the AC part for a little bit. And it'll be, like I said, a lot of the same. We want to just kind of follow him whenever possible and use the leash as a boundary in case he can't go anywhere.
Okay.
But we don't really want to have any kind of clear direction or path ourselves, because right now we want him to just kind of get used to the leash being a boundary and redirecting to us either by his name or for treats, or you know, for just paying attention to us walking a different direction or something, or just getting ready to go. Yeah, hi, how you doing?
3 home project estimates.
Oh, good, thanks.
Does this really work good? This I bought one, I couldn't figure it out, so I returned it.
Oh.
How does it work? Oh, this is a whole complete set.
Yeah, oh, this, you have to balance the gimbal. But this is separate from the camera.
Oh, you buy the camera separate?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it very powerful?
It works pretty
How
well.
much is the whole set?
I can put like a bigger camera on it, but it could take a little bit of weight. Not too much though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Best Buy?
Yeah, you can find gimbals at Best Buy.
What's it called, Gable?
And this is a GoPro. So gimbal and then the GoPro.
Oh, Gumbo and the GoPro.
Yeah. Good, there you go. Good. Good. Have a good one. Yeah. Good, there you go.
Puppy.
So especially taking note of things like that, when you notice that he gets scared or frightened of certain sounds, go ahead and take a moment to get him adjusted to those sounds by just recreating it for him, so that way he gets used to it. So a lot of times when people are out socializing their dogs, They think that just taking them out and saying hello to strangers is socializing, but you really want to try to get them used to different situations and scenarios, especially ones that startle or scare him. So that's why it's really important to just pay really close attention to him when you're out, so that way you can see what, you know, what startles him, what makes him curious, what excites him. So it's going to be a big focus on him when you're socializing him. Hey, he's doing good. Hey, how's it going? Very good. So you kind of see that time he didn't jump. He still moved away from it a little bit because it's a larger new item. So that's why we're going to go ahead and take one with us. And I'm going to let him kind of get used to it as we go. Right? So we're going to just start off really slow and go around. And I'll let you guys just catch up to me. And no rush, too. Very good.
Good job.
Hi, how you doing?
Special assistance needed in the board cutting area. Special assistance needed in the board cutting area.
So once she passes, you just stay there and I'm going to drive the cart around him. And you just kind of pay attention to how he is, what he's paying attention to. Good boy. And then you can offer him treats too. You need.
That was so good.
Yep. And if he wants to go that way, that's fine. I'll just turn around. Stepping up, bud. And we're gonna try to cut off in front of him. So let's see which way you guys go. That's fine. So I'm just gonna loop back around and go that way. Good, there you go. So you can see he's still avoiding a little bit, but not as much as the first time.
He likes you. He's like, I'm just gonna volunteer.
Good job. And then whenever he does check in, I'll usually just offer him a treat too to see if he wants one. Good sit. There you go. Perfect. Good.
What are these?
Oh, freeze-dried salmon.
Oh.
So high in protein, good
yummy.
fats.
So that's the good stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, usually freeze-dried. Helps like the freeze-dried stuff, and it eliminates all the extra ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually a little bit more expensive, but not that much. Very good.
Good job.
So that was good there. You kind of see, we started walking and he just started following us. We didn't need to pull on the leash or anything.
Yeah.
Very good. See which way he goes. There you go.
Good job.
Very good. Hey, how's it going? Good boy. Good boy. Very good. Good job. Good. So now I'm going to let him smell and investigate. We'll give him a little treat there. And now that he's a little more comfortable with it, we'll kind of do that thing. Right?
But that's okay.
It's like, oh. Right? And what you want to watch for is how afraid he is he getting used to it, or are you traumatizing him? So that's one thing that you have to be careful of when you're socializing him, is like really paying attention to him, making things kind of easy for him to get used to, and then up the ante. So that way you're not just like making things scary for him on purpose, but actually getting him used to it. So you kind of see how I'm doing it lightly and consistently. You can kind of see it. There you go.
Now he's just totally fine with it.
Yep. And we're almost back up to the normal level now. Good.
Good
So right there is good, right? We want him to still acknowledge certain sounds, but not freak out, move back or anything. And that'll be really important for things like the canine good citizenship test that he'll need for therapy work and things like that.
Okay.
Things like this we did with Poppy as well.
Okay.
Very good.
Good job.
Very good. So whenever he just like looks at it and then looks at you, you can go ahead and give him a treat or some praise.
Good job. Yeah, good job.
But that's the main thing. We want him to be distracted, but be able to recover and to refocus on us.
Okay.
Perfect. All right, cool.
Good job.
There you go. And all I'm looking for there is any more signs of uneasiness around the item, but he seems to be okay with it again. Oh. Right, so there, moving towards him, he's like, I don't know. So there, so that's another thing. If he's afraid of an item moving towards him or away, we'll do the same thing. I'll let you stay there, and I'm just gonna move it towards him and then back away, and so he can get used to it. So the first time, just like normal speed. Okay, right? Yep. And we want him to know that you're a safe zone, so it's gonna stop here. And he's already distracted, which is fine. So same thing again, I'm gonna go back. There you go. Very good. See how he looked at you there? There you go. Go ahead and give him the treats for the praise. Go ahead and start preloading too, because you'll want to be ready. Pretty much every time that he gets unsure of something and checks in on you, that's your mark moment. Very good. Now that he's stable. Very good. Yeah, that's fine. Very good. Okay, now go ahead and try to have him out in the open a little bit more. See if he'll follow you out here. It's okay. We'll give him some time. And what you could also do is go to the, there we go, perfect. There you go. Now go ahead and walk forward a little bit more. There you go, perfect. Now I'm gonna go towards him again. And I want him to go towards you when he's scared. Right, so get ready to call him to you. Good, there you go.
Okay.
Very good, there you go. Nice and slow. Good.
Good job. You're a really good puppy.
So that's going to be one of the harder things to do and condition. Luckily he's not too skittish or afraid or anything like that, but generally with pups that have those kind of anxieties or are really scared of things, what are you saying? We want to get them used to, when they're afraid, to not just run away from whatever they're afraid of, but run to us, and that'll help keep them out of trouble as well. Right, I'm going to try to make it easy again by going to this left, and so hopefully it'll push him towards your right, but you can also encourage him if necessary. Right? Perfect. Good. Now we don't want him to move at all. Very good. Perfect. There you go. Good. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go a little bit faster. Very good.
Good job.
There you go. Okay. Now we're gonna go faster and closer.
Good job.
There you go. And that's also how you can do a lot of trail work and things like that, but pups that are afraid of fast moving objects, especially when there's sound involved, runners, skateboarders because of the sound as well, bicyclists, that's how you would get them used to it, is you would probably start at a farther distance so they can see, but it's not so close, and then get closer and closer to the trail until the point where they're right next to it, and they're going by just like the cart, and they're not freaking out anymore. So that's how you would do it. You would just kind of take all these steps that we did and apply the same concept to that situation. It's just a little bit harder because you won't be able to control like the bicycles or the people for the most part unless you have friends helping you. So all you can control is how much space you are away from those things.
Yeah. You're doing so good. He said, look at how pretty I was sitting. Where was my treat?
He's doing good.
Yeah, and this is something we can really practice with him, like anywhere we go.
Mm-hmm.
Oops, sorry. There we go.
Perfect. So there is another thing too, especially when you're out in different stores, different environments, you'll want him to take the time to get used to what different things are. Just, you know, be aware to be careful of like different chemicals and things like that.
Yeah.
Like this stuff. But there you go, good.
Good job.
But if you know, if he does show interest and you need to redirect him, kind of redirect him the same way as we did with him dropping that item.
Okay.
You know, instead of pulling him away, trying to get him to come towards you on his own. Right, so just hold there, so that way he can't go anywhere further because the leash is the boundary. There you go. And then as soon as he starts going the right way, so same thing there, just hold. So now this way, the leash is still holding him back, but it's not adding additional force. And the important thing here is when he stops going the wrong way, that force releases. And it helps to encourage him to go the right way naturally on his own. Right? There you go. Good.
Good job.
Very good. There you go. Very good.
Good job. Oh, the boy.
Hey.
Yeah.
So you can kind of see how using the leash in this way, we still have control of him, so he can't get in trouble. But we're not like using the leash too much and tugging him places, so that way he doesn't like it too much.
Okay.
Good job.
And I guess like eventually as he gets more comfortable, he'll...
Oh yeah, we'll go over like positive leash pressure and reinforcing like where to go and how to do it. But the main thing for right now is him just kind of just giving up on his own, you know.
Yeah.
And that just takes patience, but that's where it really, good boy, it really comes into play. You positively reinforcing him when he does give up, that, you know, he feels rewarded for it as opposed to frustrated.
Oh, okay.
Did good.
A good boy. He's so sweet.
Unfortunately, because I didn't get a chance to charge the battery to full, because I was using it to record when I was gone. Well, I got 30% left. And we're about like halfway there, so not too bad. But why don't we save the rest of the battery for the PetSmart?
Okay.
So that way we can get him fitted and hopefully see if we run into any pups or anything else. If anything does come up, I'll start recording again. And a small safety tip as well for younger puppies is you want to try to avoid the front or side areas of the PetSmart, especially when they have a vet like the Banfield Hospital in between, because that's where sometimes the pups that are sick go to relieve themselves. So that's why, you know, we went and gave them that area before to walk, or if you really needed to before going in, find like a spot that's further out.
Okay, but not that.
Yeah. It's usually pretty gross anyways, but that's because that's also the closest, most convenient place for them to walk the sick dogs.
Sweet.
Go ahead and see how he does with the kittens. Hey, how's it going? They'll want to say hi, which is good too. You might have to lift them so you can see these two playing. And all we're looking for is to see how he reacts, right? Is he super interested? Is he not interested? Is he pulling towards them? All that stuff. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah.
He's like, Mom, I'm rougher than that with Goose. Have you seen in like his videos when he actually like tackles the bigger dog? He like rushes to him. It's hilarious.
He thinks he's a big boy.
Oh yeah. He's fearless too. All right, yeah. Go ahead and put him down now and we'll just start again. Everybody else is napping, so. There you go. Good. And now you can kind of see his tail is down. He's exploring a little bit. He's not sure. So especially when he's not sure of something, we want to try to make sure that we're not rushing past it.
Okay.
Yep. And it'll also be a good opportunity once you've given him some time to get adjusted and now he's kind of focused on that. Now he can also practice his name recognition too. Just keep in mind that you didn't warm him up before, and now he's already distracted, so the bar is a little bit higher.
Yeah. Goose, good job.
Almost.
Goose. Yes. Good boy.
There you go. You can kind of see how it's a little bit more wavery now too, and he kind of like goes in and then checks back out, goes in, checks back out. So can I ahead and grab a treat from you? Hey, how's it going? Oh no, so you want to say hi, that's cool. Oh.
He's ready to stay away. Yeah.
Good sit.
Kind of up there.
Good job. Boy.
Do you do like private sessions too, or just the stay away one?
Yeah, we do private sessions as well. Anywhere from like 1 to 9 sessions for like an hour. Usually once a week or once every other week or so for clients, so that way they have plenty of time to practice in between.
And we get one included with his thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Usually one included, but I do more follow-ups if necessary too, just because some behaviors can be more difficult than others, and some things we can't practice as much at home. Like for instance, we had one family that I had to help out a little bit extra, but it was perfectly fine because it only took 2 or 3 extra lessons, but it really helped them out because door control there was different. Because of course at my place, I have very controlled door control. You know, you have it like when you go up to the door with the dog, you ask him to sit, wait,
like
and then you open
outside.
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Whereas at their place, we had to get their dog used to the door already being open as they go past, because they have a little kid that likes to accidentally leave it open. And I can't do that at my place, obviously.
We have the opposite problem with him.
He doesn't like go through.
Let's go out the door.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah. I think it's probably just a now issue with the being puppy
A lot of things you'll kind of find transition as he grows up, and that's why it's important that you're kind of there with him while he's exploring and working on redirecting as he kind of gets more brave and stuff, so he doesn't just like completely forget about you and check out just because he wants to go and check things out. Very good. Goose. Goose. Come here. Come. Good boy. Yes. Very good.
Good job.
Good job. There you go. Good sit. Good. So kind of going back to the last exercise at the Lowe's, if I get one more piece. So starting off close and reminding him that you have something, and then going further away, and that kind of goes back to when he's either more distracted or he's at the end of your leash. Okay. And then I'll also periodically just treat him for just constantly checking back in with me like he is now, because he knows that I have one. So that way it also maintains that that ability to easily refocus. I'll take one more and then I'll let you do it.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll have this one hold, and he knows that I have it, right? And I'm just gonna let him check out again, but this time we're gonna move, hopefully. There you go. And now while we're moving, he's checking back in. Good boy.
Very focused.
Hmm? So now he's gonna go that way. Goose. Yes, good boy.
Good job.
And now I purposefully go the other way so we can kind of clearly see that he's responding and redirecting.
Okay.
Okay? Your turn. Whenever you're ready. So go ahead and start him off by warming up. Almost.
Good job.
Good. Sometimes it'll take a while too because he's still like in the middle of checking things out scent-wise. But as long as he still comes back to you, that's all that matters. You can work on like promptness and things like that later, but the main thing is to kind of give him time to react as well. Some dogs work better with pressure, some actually work worse with pressure. So
And by pressure you mean like saying it multiple times?
yeah,
Okay.
or louder, things like that.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people will do that automatically back to back, and it can kind of make the dogs apprehensive, especially when you get up to that like listen to me kind of volume and tone.
Yeah. He's never heard that. Okay, should we try again?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Right?
No, we just
Mm-hmm. So go ahead and start walking around a little bit more.
Puppy dog eye.
Now before he forgets that you have it, there we go.
Good job.
Perfect. Good.
Good boy.
And just the more often that you do it, 'cause something like this is just classical conditioning pretty much, the more responsive he'll naturally get anyways, and also the more that you do it through harder level distractions, the
Yeah.
better he'll get at it too.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, this is the hardest level distraction I've ever done with him. We've only ever done this kind of stuff in our living room.
It took him a while to get out outside too.
Yeah.
'Cause, like I said, that's pretty much all we worked on yesterday was that and the socializing. But he's
Yeah.
doing well. It'll take some time.
Mhm.
Do you want to see if any of these are to your liking and fit him? Because I could use something in the meantime while I wait for a training harness to come in.
Little bow. Dad
Do they
loves
have-
bow ties.
Oh, perfect. Do they have one in his size? Yeah, let's see if it'll fit.
Are we able to put it on him?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know their policies, you know. I'm getting distracted by all the cute things around. Oh, good job. See if it fits. Not a toy. Got a stick.
So that's fine. If he wants to kind of check it out first, go ahead and give him some time to. And that kind of correlates into like the grooming items and everything too.
Oh, now he thinks those are cool. Goose, come here. Can you sit down?
And you can use treats as well for the process.
Good boy.
Good. Now go ahead and take a break and let him kind of get used to it and give him a treat. See if he'll take it or if he's too distracted, and just give him some time. There you go. Good. Yep.
Goose. Good.
There you go.
Good boy. You're sweet.
Good. Especially when introducing something new, it's good to interrupt him and sometimes just give him the chance to check things out.
This one honestly might be too small.
Maybe.
It's kind of hard to. I don't know if it's actually gonna reach back behind his leg where it needs
There we go.
to. Looks hot. It's kind of like.
Yeah, that's gonna be it's not so breathable.
Yeah,
You could do like one of those thinner ones
This
too.
is heavy though.
Yeah.
I love this one.
You might want to try to do something,
Like just like.
yeah,
Like one of
or like
those.
that green one up there, something like that. Something that it's, is that what that is? But something simple would be good and light.
This one's so
'Cause this
cute,
one's
but it's
nice,
just
though.
So hot.
You can always keep it for when the fall's coming, but I would probably order a size up.
Different size.
Yeah.
What about like this? Is that good or no?
It's not as comfortable, but it's at least putting the pressure away from his neck.
I like this.
Yeah, go ahead and give that a shot.
It's heavier, but it's hopefully more breathable than this one's like a winter blanket.
It just has more material around it too. At least this one is kind of mostly open.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, buddy. Good job.
And that's good too when he's checking out and playing with it. Very good.
No idea how to work this.
So usually you could just slide them out the sides here.
Yeah, he's kind of tight. Like, if you get me loose and take it out.
There you go. And then just slide it down the bottom or the top. That works. There you go.
Oh, there are buckles over here.
So that's good quality, but then it might be harder to put on and off as well. So things to always consider.
Yeah, I guess what's easiest for you, because you're going to be the one using this for the next few weeks.
I'll be fine. Usually with things that are more finicky, it's best to take longer to get them kind of adjusted to it. Whereas like some harnesses that like just slip over the head and have like one buckle underneath is a lot easier because, you know, it's less for them to kind of get used to or sit through while you're putting it on them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's usually that
It does
time.
just have one buckle.
Oh, there you go.
Or two buckles. Like, it's supposed to go over his head, but I don't know. Kind of a small head hole.
We'll see if it fits. Looks like he's interested, which is good. There you go. And go ahead and give him a treat too once he's kind of put that over. There you go.
Good job.
And I'll hold it for you. There you go.
Looks like it fits good.
It looks good so far.
Good job.
There you go.
Yummy. Because I think this is as loose as it goes right now. So they're just,
Yeah.
I'd almost rather a bigger size that we can,
Good
versus,
boy. Good
like
gentle.
that we can tighten versus like this that's going to be really snug. And this, or I don't know, it fits. I don't.
Go ahead and grab the other one to see if it'd be a better fit.
That one looks a little snug to you.
Because sometimes when you can,
There's a lot of adjustability to them too.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes when you compare sizes too, like this one, you need to loosen the bottom part so it's longer.
Loosen, that's as long as it goes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you'll definitely need a different one then.
Yeah.
I know, bud.
But cute, buddy. Oh, there's a nice and collar for that one.
Perfect.
Or the other one, not this one.
At least you have your fall collection ready. I'm gonna pause this because we're about now. Right now, better name recognition, some recall. So this is the basics. We'll be able to work on sit, stay, and release. Walking nicely on a leash, he's starting to get better at that already. And then it just really depends on the dog. We try to take them as far as they can go. Like for example, with Goose, he got really good with his recall and redirecting and his placement. So starting him on tone training so that way it can go past my 30-foot leash or my 50-foot leash or even 100-foot leash and he can still recall. You know, so just starting with the basic, 5-foot Goose, come, and he listens consistently, and then taking it just further and further and further. It just depends on the pup. I've had one dog before, but that was why they were actually with us for the training, was because they were like 4 years old and they were 2 Doberman siblings and they were really hard pullers and they just had that really bad habit in there for so long that it took the entire 2 weeks to just teach them to walk nicely on a leash. So it all depends on the pup and what you guys want out of it, at least getting them on the right trail, like on the right path,
Yeah.
right? So, Goose, yes, good job. Good job, I know.
Oh, stop. There we go.
So you can kind of see, even though I don't have treats, I had something he was interested before and he just remembered.
Okay.
So whether it be treats or a ball or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
Good. And then I was just kind of using the leash there as a boundary, so you can't go back to it. And then just recognizing when he is going the right way and giving him that praise. Now positive leash pressure. Yes, good job. Good. So, you know, I pretty much just look at your list and just try to take that as far as I can go. And then, especially for like the therapy work and end game goals, it's going to be a lot of socializing, because you can see he's pretty comfortable with people if he gets to approach, but getting him more used to people that approach him. Little things like that, so that way he's more relaxed and more calm in different situations. Same with like the cart, just going around getting him used to as many things as possible, the grooming stuff, just building his confidence among other dogs too, different people. But yeah, like I said, if there was anything in particular you wanted to concentrate on, you can always make adjustments and let me know. You know, like I said, right now we're just starting on the basics, and we're just gonna try to take that as far as it can go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have like a solid.
We just don't even know what we don't know. You know what I'm saying? So.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're just.
At least when you join in on sessions like this, you get to learn a lot as well.
Yeah, and see where he needs like the work and like his progress and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Like with our program, you know, we cover the basics, but we kind of cater everything to each dog. So that's why I don't have kind of like a set in stone answer for you, you know?
Yeah, of course. No, I know.
A lot of the dogs that I work with are like aggressive cases too, or fear reactive. So just so just getting them used to being around people or other dogs is like their whole stay. So
Yeah.
It's gonna be very different. But for him, puppy training, just socializing, basic commands, hopefully extended sit, stay releases, and hopefully extended recall. And I think that'd be really good.
That would probably be our goal as well, because we want him to just listen, basically, right at this point. So.
Good boy, good sit. Battery's dying, so I just wanted to not cut it off at a super